Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Joanna and I have a family vlogging channel here on YouTube. Feel free to check out my other videos, and if you love us, feel free to subscribe. So as the title says, this is my 39th week update. I know I've missed like probably every week. But I thought I was home, I have natural lighting, might as well do a 39-week update, and I'm 1 week away from my due date, so I thought you guys would enjoy this video. I feel like as every woman that gets to this point, I'm so over it. When I say I'm so over it, I mean like I want this baby out, and not only because I want to meet her, but also because I want to feel like my normal self again. Let me show you guys my belly bump. All right, here it is. This is, let me try to, because I have like a flowy dress, so this is 39 weeks, guys. 39 weeks. A couple of new symptoms that have arisen is me not being able to breathe. Like right now, I'm having trouble breathing. But usually when I overexert myself or at night, I'll be laying down and I tell my husband like I cannot breathe, and I have to like prop myself up, you know, with pillows. But it's okay. I mean, I don't need to breathe. It's okay, baby. It's all right. I don't need oxygen. Another symptom is that I've been getting Braxton Hicks so much more frequently. For those of you that do not know what Braxton Hicks is, it's basically chest contractions. So my belly is always contracting and getting super hard, and it causes there to be a lot of pressure down below, and it is, sometimes it's painful and sometimes it's just super uncomfortable. Another symptom which I've had since the beginning of pregnancy is I am super tired. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you know I have a toddler who is very active at the moment, is walking. Sometimes she actually does run, and so this is definitely a lot more tiring than my first pregnancy, because with her I did not have to run after a toddler, and so I'm like super pregnant right now and I have to tend to my daughter, and so I've just been so tired. Sometimes I want to take a nap and I can't because obviously she's still awake. So in that sense, it's very different than my first. I actually got my final in-depth ultrasound, I'd say about 2 weeks ago I went to get it, and the technician said that everything looked great with the baby, that the baby was weighing, so this was 2 weeks ago, the baby was weighing 6 pounds and 3 ounces. The amniotic fluid was perfectly fine. She was growing at the pace that she should be growing. So my husband and I were obviously so happy to hear that. It seems to me as if she's going to weigh as much as Samara. Samara weighed 7 pounds and 1 ounce, and I feel like she's gonna be around that weight, since 2 weeks ago she was already 6 pounds and 3 ounces, and you know the last weeks of pregnancy they put on all this weight. So I think I'm going to have an average size baby. Also in that visit, it melted my whole heart completely, because I actually hadn't gotten a 3D sonogram of the baby, so I had no idea what her features could have possibly looked like. And so, because every time I had an ultrasound, I would tell them, oh, can I please see her in 3D? And they would say, oh, we only do 3D for medical purposes, you know, if something's wrong, you know, not just because you want to see the baby in 3D. So I guess she was having a good day that day, and I told my husband, I was like, I'm gonna try today. I was like, I just haven't seen the baby and I wish that I can see her in 3D if that is possible. And so she was like, okay, let's check. And it was so awesome because I was so far along already, so I could see the features, you know, a lot more, as if, like, let's say it would have been in my second trimester. And so I'll insert a picture now. So this is our sweet little Mila Rose. I cannot wait to meet her. I don't think she looks like Samara. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but I really do not think she's going to look like Samara. I mean, based on this sonogram. Obviously when she's born, it could be, you know, like, I could probably be completely off, but based on this picture, I do not think that she's going to look, at least not exactly like Samara. Also, when I went to that visit for my last in-depth ultrasound, she told me the baby was super low. She's like, wow, this baby is so low. And so I got a little nervous. I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean? When my water breaks or if I go into active labor, she's going to come down faster? Because they say that the second pregnancy goes a little faster than the first. And so I wonder if that's true, although some people say no, and then some people say definitely their second came a little faster. So I was a little nervous because those of you that watch my video, you know that I work in New York City, and I'm actually kind of still working. So I go into the city and I just got terrified when she said that, because I'm like, what if my water breaks like in the middle of walking in New York City and this baby comes down like super fast? Like, oh my gosh, like, yes, I want my YouTube channel to grow, but I do not want to make the New York Times headline saying woman gives birth on bus or woman gives birth in Times Square. I mean, that's just not the ideal situation for me. And so I've been taking it easy and trying not to go into the city as often, and my boss is very understanding. And so we are just playing the waiting game, as next week I'm going to be 40 weeks, and I really hope that she's either right on time or a little earlier, since I'm already 39 weeks, and not late. Something that's not very positive with my pregnancy is the fact that when I got blood work done, I think maybe like a month ago, I went to get a checkup at the doctor, and the doctor said that I was very anemic, that my iron was super low, so they have me on iron pills. When you're anemic during pregnancy and you have low iron, it can cause you to go into preterm labor. Obviously they don't have that scare with me because I'm already pretty much ready to go. But when I saw the doctor the last time, she said their concern with me is when I go into labor, you know, I'm going to lose blood, so they're afraid since my iron is so low, I'm gonna feel very weak. So they really need me to take those iron pills, which I have been taking, because it explains why there have been times where I have felt just like so terrible. And I'll tell you one story very quickly. After I got out of work, I went to Chick-fil-A and I went to get something to eat because I didn't feel good, and I was like, maybe it's because I really haven't eaten in a couple of hours, so let me go to Chick-fil-A. So anyway, I placed my order and I'm passing the cashier my card to pay, and I feel like I'm just getting so weak. It felt as if my hearing was like leaving me. Like literally he's like talking to me, and all, you know, when you're like, when your ears are filled with water after you get out of a pool, that's what it felt like. Like it was very muffled, and I felt like everything was slowly going, like my senses, and then my eyesight started getting blurry, and literally I don't think I've ever felt that way ever in my life. I thought I was going to pass out in the middle of Chick-fil-A, and all I could get out to him was, is there a place to sit? And he was like, no, not downstairs. And I was just, I think, seconds away from passing out. I do not know how I made it upstairs. And I sat down and I calmed down, and I told the story to my best friend, and she said, you were definitely gonna pass out, because when I've passed out, that has happened to me, where everything is like kind of slowly going. And so I thought it's just because, you know, I hadn't eaten, or maybe my blood pressure, I don't know. But it explains it. After I went to the doctor and they said I am very anemic and my iron is so low. So ever since I've been taking my iron pills, I've definitely been feeling better, and I haven't had another situation like that, which, you know, thank God. And so I think that's pretty much it. We're just waiting for our baby girl. As you all know, her name is Mila Rose. I already said it in this video. And we are just so excited, as I know all of you are that have been following us for a while. You're super excited to meet her. And I thank you once again for all of your love and your support and your kind words and messages. And it just literally means the world to me. One thing I try to be is very grateful, and I am so grateful for such a family. I don't like calling you fans. It's like I have an extended family on YouTube. You constantly say that you're praying for our family, and I'm so thankful for that. Please keep me in prayers. To be completely honest with you, I am like kind of terrified. Even though I want this baby out, I still remember the pain, okay? And it was like the worst pain I've ever experienced in my whole life when I had my first daughter. And just to think that I'm gonna go through that all over again, it kind of makes me really anxious, because, you know, the first time I didn't know what it felt like. So it was kind of like the anticipation, like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? And now I know. So now I'm like, oh my gosh, like literally, I remember being in labor with Samara, and I was just like, when is this going to be over? Because it literally felt like torture, like somebody was torturing me. And so I'm not excited to go through that pain again, but I know it's well worth it, and it is just like the most awesome experience when you finally push that baby out. And so yeah, we're just playing the waiting game. Like I told everyone in the last video, when I get to the hospital, we're gonna live stream very quickly and let our YouTube audience know that I am in labor, so you all know, you know, you can pray for me. My prayer warriors, where are you at? So you can pray for me, and you know, and you just know what's going on. And so we're excited to do that for you guys. And yeah, we're just waiting. Last night I actually drank some ginger tea, because they say ginger tea is a natural way to induce labor, and it actually works with Samara. But it did nothing for me last night, let me tell you. Literally nothing. And it was like so strong, the ginger tea. So I guess, you know, baby's not ready to come out, and she'll come out when she feels like it, hopefully sooner than later. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for rocking with our family. And if you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe so you do not miss a video. Remember to turn on the bell notification so you know every time we post a video. As always, we love you, we adore you, and I will see you the next time.